Okay, that was just at the end of a running tank. I was trying to show you guys, as I temped it, how much the temperatures range depending on where you're at. I sold my Duratrax to my buddy for his E-Revo since he's going 6S. Figured it'd be a good idea for him. And I picked up this PE2. It's got the laser on here, which is nice. It's a 6:1 ratio, so technically if the laser is right here on the left, that's not where the lens is pointing close enough. It helps me with elevation. And with the 6:1 range, I can actually, with the body on from back here, get a decent scan. Now, as I started this video, you can see I was idling it for a bit, pointing down at the bottom of the case, 190, so we roll up, 207, roll up higher, 209, and as you roll through, the cooling head stays pretty consistent, and it's cooling off real quick here. But overall, what I'm finding is, if you temp up right at the borderline, where the head crosses to the crank, you're going to get temps reading really high, at least with this gun. If I temp above the Dynamite logo, just at the start of the block, as it scans its area while I'm running, I'm getting 230 to 240. So, you know, that is what it is. Oh. So anyway, that video got interrupted. Another thing I did is I switched, what do you call it, the emissivity on here from 77 to 95. And one of the reasons I did that is on Brian's video where they post from Horizon about tuning. They posted the TG1, which is this, but with no laser, and it's non-adjustable at 95. And even the instructions in this say don't adjust unless you really, really know what you're doing. I know a lot of people use 77, but if they're showing products that you can go buy at 95 and they're tuning these temperatures, which for me and a couple people I think were kind of hard to hit at first, I thought I'd switch it. And so when I'm running, and depending on where I'm temping the motor, like I said, I'm pulling 230, 240, which is, and that's after me sitting here idling for a bit, depending on where I'm temping it. So I'm pretty happy where I'm at right now in this part of the truck's life. I'll explain this real quick. So I went on to Outerwear's website and went to buy one for this, and I couldn't see which one I should buy, so I bought the one that they said was for a muggy Losi monster racing truck. That sounded like this, right? I don't know what I'm doing. Wrong one, doesn't fit. So I cut a hole in here to let the pin go through, and I just wrapped it tight. Good enough. I don't care if some dirt gets through here, but overall it's providing some dust, so I'll be able to go longer in between changes. Transmission, I've been adjusting it. It's shifting a little earlier than I need to for tight stuff, but overall pretty good. Oh, I got people coming behind me, so I will do this again. My dad's taking my kids for a ride on the four-wheeler, so I keep getting interrupted, but that's fine. Anyway, the shock that I broke in that crash, I went ahead and ordered the, what do you call it, the titanium, or the coated one. So you can see silver shock shaft, tan shock shaft. So I actually ordered 2 of them, and instead of putting it somewhere, ordering 4 right now, I'm kind of a fix as you break it kind of guy. So that one got fixed, but I am 40 weight here, 45 weight in the back. Still playing with the spring rates. So I got that, and then this, which makes me a lot happier than stock. Still comes up, but it's much, much slower. I'm getting less of a rear end kick, getting it every now and then. I was having a problem with the clutch not grabbing. I think another guy had that too. It was just because it wasn't wrapping fast enough. The G-forces weren't throwing the clutch springs out. So fix that. What I did basically was I kind of threw away my tank 1 through 4 tuning, because with all the concerns and questions and, you know, being a new motor, who's to say coming out of tank 4 my tuning was right to leave alone through tank 5 through 8. So I don't know where I'm at, but I still got this pretty rich, because one thing I'm noticing is one time I just went off a jump. I went up like that, tapped the brake, and in that time frame between tapping the brakes and flipping up and fuel sloshing on, it flooded out. Every time I roll over, or sometimes even tip up too much, it's flooding out. And so when I go to crank it over, just tons of white smoke and everything coming out, and it's happening too often to even think about pulling out the spark plug. So take a charge battery in your roto start when you do that. I'm hoping that as I lean that out over time as it breaks in, that it's going to quit doing that. I'm hoping right now it's just because I'm still in just a touch richer break-in status, because, and you guys didn't see it, but there were a couple times where I'd just be driving, temp real quick, 230, drive, temp, 230. When I started the video on here and I was temping for you guys, it had already been idling for almost a minute, and I'm assuming it gains more heat while you're doing that. So hoping it quits doing that. But you know, right now I'm not going to worry about it, but if there's any tips about why it's doing that or a way to stop it, let me know. I'm trying to think if there's anything else to say right now. I mean, overall, it's running good. It's a snappy little thing. I'm going to try to get my wife to do a video here. I don't really have too much to say right now, aside from the fact, I'm still learning the platform, still adjusting the suspension. Motor's running good. I hope it keeps running this way. And if I think of something else, I'll pop another video on, but I'm hoping to get a running video here soon. I did tighten the slipper up to just inside of 1 turn. I don't think this is really big information for everybody to sit here and see, so I will try to get some running videos here soon.